Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If not, welcome to Anita to Inspire. Well, to 2024. Happy New Year. Happy new season. Happy new everything. I'm glad we are entering this season together, and I am just so excited for the things that are yet to come and the things that are already happening. Yeah. That are new here, my name is Anita. I am a student of life and I'm a lover of God and his people, and I just basically want to share this process of life, growth and learning with you so that we are together and learning and winning together every step of the way, sharing with you the experiences of life and the lessons and all spice and everything nice. It's what this YouTube channel is about. And I am so glad that you are here. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe for more content, for more videos, and I am glad to have you here. So 2024 resolutions, new year, new me. Everyone is setting goals, everyone is setting plans. I personally have been using a physical copy whereby I use a paper, I use a book, and I write down every single thing that I'm going to do for that year. I used to write letters to myself. I still do. I still write letters, though I didn't write one for this year, but I write letters to myself the previous year and talk about the things that you see forthcoming. You talk about, the things that you aspire your older self to be doing at a certain time. And they're pretty sweet. They help you basically to reflect on what you have done, on what you didn't do, on what you're going to do. And comparatively speaking, it is wisdom to plan your day. Some people say, oh, New Year resolutions are a scam. New Year resolutions are not worth it. You don't even achieve the goals that you set. True, for those who don't know how to execute systems, for those who have not learned what goals actually mean and how they are used to actually achieve things and progress in life. It's one thing to set goals, another thing to know what goals are for. Writing them down on a piece of paper doesn't mean that you are going to execute them the way they are on that piece of paper. Those kind of things that you learn as you grow. It's actually wisdom. It's actually wisdom to number your days. It's actually wisdom to plan and appoint the things that you want to do for a set period of time, for a set season, so that you hold yourself accountable, so that you have direction as to where you're going and you have purpose as to why you're doing the things you're doing throughout the year. It doesn't matter at what stage of life you are. It doesn't matter whether you're a student, whether you're an employed, whether you are self-employed, whether you're doing what and what not. So seeing something is different from applying wisdom to executing that thing, so that applying wisdom to the process of that so that you achieve that thing. That's why David asks that he may be taught how to number his days, that he might apply his heart unto wisdom. What does that mean, child? It means that with these resolutions, you're able to appoint that by this time this is supposed to be this way, by this time I commend this to be this way, so that in the process you're applying yourself to wisdom. You know what you want to do, and therefore the process of it, you're more tactical with the things that you do. You don't waste time. You invest time in some things more than others because you have goals that you have set. So New Year resolution, I as I said in my new intro, student of life, that is a very beautiful thing that I've adapted to and I have deliberately entitled to myself, because being a student of life is fundamental for each one of us. Understanding that this process, this journey is learning, every step of the way you are learning. And if you understand that you are learning, that means you are opening yourself to learning more that is meant for you. And so that process has helped me to be more open-minded to new methods, to new processes, to new ways of how people do things. And therefore I scrolled through the greatest university on the universe so far, University of YouTube. I discovered a method that a bunch of people that I look up to and inspire me have been talking about. It's called the 12-week year. And so basically, this is how it works. So the 12-week year is, and I know the person who walked me through this did not deliberately describe it this way, but I've been hearing it. It's something that is kind of like Parkinson's law. And Parkinson's law is work stretches a little bit of, work stretches to fit the time allotted to it. Work stretches to fit the time allotted for it. Let me give you an example. You have an essay due 2 months ahead, right? In March. And you say, okay, you know about it today. So you're like, okay, I have it in March. Trust when I say, unless you set yourself a deadline before, that essay will stretch to fit the time you have allotted for it. If you say that it's ending in March and I'm submitting it in March, you will finish it. You will find ways to stretch that workload. Something that can be done in a day, you will do in 2 months. Why? Because that's the time you have allotted for that particular workload. Work stretches to fit the time allotted to it. Let's say you have a video to make, right? And you say, okay, it's due on Friday, so I just have to get it done by Friday. You might find yourself filming that video on Friday. Why? Because work stretches to fit the time allotted for it. But if you say that it's due on Friday, but my deadline is tomorrow morning, that means you are going to do everything in your power and you will accomplish that goal in that time you have allotted to it. Why? Because work stretches to fit the time allotted to it. Say it with me. Work stretches to fit the time allotted to it. That is the phenomenon of the 12-week year. So instead of having a huge, where you have 365 days, that is 12 months of these goals, like that you want to accomplish these goals, like by the end of the year, you compress it down to 12 weeks. 12 weeks are 3 months. You are breaking your year into quarters. And that means the goals that you seek to accomplish in a year are tremendously going to be worked upon within this 12-week period. And that means you're going to work so much more, and you're going to do more that in 12 weeks than you would have probably done if your deadline was 12 months. That is the mystery. And trust me, it works. So what I discovered, and this beautiful lady, the link will be in the description below. I use a system called Notion, right? Of course, another disclaimer, you're not going to pound yourself with what I call undefined goals. Not unrealistic. Most people like to call it unrealistic, but I really think that reality is subjective to the vision bearer. What do you see? What is reality to you? And how far can you go? I'm a faith kind of girl, but I'm trying to say undefined, whereby you really have no set purpose for that goal, but you're just doing it for the sake of it. You're just writing it out for the sake of it, for the sake that of me speaking to you this video, you have that adrenaline rush, and you feel like, okay, let me, put this random goal and, test it out. That is not how it works. Undefined goals really do not have motivation under them because you have no purpose. Yeah, another disclaimer for you. This method, I use a system called Notion, and in Notion, it is a very amazing system. It is a very amazing thing. I use it for my yearly accomplishments. I use it for managing organization stuff and things that I'm doing, my leadership stuff and all those kinds of beautiful things that I am doing. But she basically walks us through how she sets her 12-week year using this simple, minimal template. Notion is a bit complicated if you're trying to use it by making your own templates. Why? Because some things are over-exaggerated, and some people's templates are also over-exaggerated. And for me, if the system I'm going to use is even more complicated than the things I want to do, then what is the point of it? So I really liked her template, and that's what I'm using, and that's what she walked me through and taught me. So basically, you break down the 12 weeks into the months, into the weeks, and those weeks you plan out the goals for those weeks, and then to the days. Teach us to appoint our days. Before the year began, I sat down in a little coffee shop. I love this coffee shop so much, but we won't talk about that today. I sat down in this little coffee shop and I planned out to the dot. I walked through the video like 4 times, but I was planning out to the dot. To the dot, like I wrote out my goals. I wrote down the priority goals, right? 3 priority goals. And then I wrote down the things that I can do to get to this goal. The things that I can do weekly to get to these goals. And then after getting through the things that you can do weekly, you come down here and there is a daily tracker, the things you can do daily towards those big goals that you have set. So you have a bunch of goals. You have the priority goals. So I have 3 priority goals. And then I have the things I do each week that take me to that goal. And then I have things that I do daily that slowly and gradually progress me to that goal. Right? So we have a daily tracker, and I love that daily tracker because I feel like I always have to hit the 100%. And so sometimes, of course, as you can see, I do not really fully get to the 100%, but I treat it as a game, and it's a very motivating thing because then you feel like, okay, if I don't do this, then I won't be able to accomplish my daily tracker. And then it keeps you in the habit. It keeps you in the habit of doing these things. So those are the little things that I'm learning, and they are really effective. So the beautiful thing, it has a reflection feature. So the reflection feature is like you rate, it's like your current state in these particular fields, those particular fields that you're seeing, and then you rate each one according to how you're feeling within that past year. And then you put your current state, like you describe a little bit on what is happening and what you can do to improve that particular area of your life. And so wow, it has that thing. It took me a while to actually get my brain to organize these things into one place, and I sat in that coffee shop for quite a while. But when I did it, I've been a little bit into this year, but fundamentally I feel like I have grown immensely. Like the way that I'm executing things, I'm on task, I'm on detail. I am like, my brain doesn't have to think about the things that I'm going to do, and I'm not in that decision fatigue. And I'll talk about that in another video. But there's something called decision fatigue, where our brains even work more to think about what we are going to do. And that's a lot of time and effort your brain could be using to be productive in that particular thing that you want or you're supposed to be doing. We have the ideal week and all these things, and I will be sharing with you about that. But today I just wanted to share with you my method, my new method. It's called the 12-week year. Description has the link to the Notion template. It has the link to the tutorial of this Notion template. If you haven't got Notion yet, it is not a sponsored video, by the way, but Notion is like beautiful. As I promised, we are walking this journey of life together, and this 2024, I want to be more deliberate in sharing with you the nitty-gritties of how I execute the things that I execute. And more things are coming, more stories are coming. But remember, it is wisdom to number your days so that you apply your heart unto wisdom. It is wisdom. So I'll see you on the other side of this journey. Feel free to comment down below and let me know if you're going to try this method with me so that we can, connect and keep each other accountable. Or if you have any questions about this particular method, please let me know. If you've been using Notion, let me know of any other methods you are trying this 2024 to up your game and, to do what you do best, which is shine for his glory, by the way. Wink, wink. Anyway, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope to see what you think about this method and your takes on it. If you have already been using it, actually help us, guide us, give us some advice on how to use this in the best way possible. On those links for the best resources I have received so far. Happy New Year, and share with your friends if you know that they need this. Share with your friends. Enjoy 2024. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.